Yo, Momo. Thank you for the redeem. Wait, I might not be seeing YouTube chat. Just give me 1 second. Why is it in shorts? What the fuck? Why is my YouTube live is in shorts? Hello, YouTube? Are you drunk? Okay, never mind. It's not. Hello, Momo. Thank you for the first. How are you? Good morning. Oh, my chat is drunk again. So, yesterday we stopped with 5 endings, I think. Maybe 6. I don't remember correctly. We got the 5 endings and we also stopped after the bucket scene. The reason why I struggled with the bucket was I don't know what to do after taking the bucket. Almost all options were like closed. I can't go back. I don't know what to do. So in this stream, I'm gonna try to complete the boring parts first and then get the bucket and then try to see what to do after that. Maybe I'll just watch a gameplay of what to do after getting the bucket. But yeah, but let me try it. Let me try first. I want to try it myself before doing anything. So yeah. So let me go back to scene. 7 stream streak. Let's go. Okay, let's see. Let me try to put the correct exact time. Jeez, 10:56, I think. $10:56 a.m. There you go. 10:56 a.m. Your favorite time of the day. Or could you simply not resist giving me the correct time again? After all, I know how much you enjoy setting the time correctly. Okay, now I'm curious how accurate 10:56 is. Let's use another slider to find out. Okay. How accurate is 10:56? It's a little bit inaccurate, but it's there. You know, can I just say, regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how you like things to be set. It's good to collect data. I wish we had more sliders, but we have gone through all the sliders I have. Perhaps I can invent some new sliders to gather new data on you. shouldn't shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, let me whip a couple of new ones. Okay, we're gonna get some sliders, I guess. Should be ready by the next time you boot up the game. Okay, so we're not gonna get them right now. Let's see if something changed. Okay, the video settings didn't change. Let's just start the game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee.
All right, we are back in business, baby. Or should I say, we are back in the office.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I think to get to the bucket, I have to go to the new content area instead of going straight. Yeah.
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Let me just go to the new
I've been
area.
reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
He left the chair and ad started.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything sun. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
So yesterday we did all of these and then we went to the bucket area. So let's try actually going to the bucket first and then take it to the new areas so that maybe we will try. Maybe we will unlock some kind of new dialogues.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever
Wait.
solution.
Just give me 1 second. I need to change some settings. All right, good.
To this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
All right, now we have the bucket. Let's try interacting with the new areas.
Enjoyable bucket in a video game? Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
So no matter what we pick, he's gonna do the opposite, okay?
Maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Yo, Alex. Welcome. I'm kind of stuck in this area.
Truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game.
Do you know what to do here?
A hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
I have completed the hole, but I have this bucket yesterday. You didn't miss anything. Yep. You did not miss anything. I just started the stream. I had this bucket. I don't know what to do with the bucket. So I'm just redoing all of those things we did yesterday.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button.
It just makes you look
Pop back up
awesome.
to the
I
top,
know.
and we can continue
That's
on.
not what I'm saying. How do I progress? The game kind of
Now, I don't mean to be a
stops
bomber,
progressing
but I
after
do
that.
recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
I might add that it gives you a sense of charisma.
Okay, Stanley.
It gives me a lot of charisma, actually. Too much to handle for a mortal like me.
The infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that
You
simply
need
depends
to
on your definition of infinity. From one perspective,
visit all the new content.
merely
There is a map
philosophical
in the
nature.
middle.
It's more of a...
Okay.
Okay, well, good for you. You found the
Just
bottom
check
of the
that.
hole. You
Okay.
found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree
It's
to
like
just call
it's
the
like a
hole
couple argument.
mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready. Great. Now, I'm very excited. Oh, for heaven. You see?
Who
I'm
is the
right.
man?
The problem is you. The problem is that you like
That's a tricky
holes too
question.
much.
I'm not gonna say.
A normal person would have said, "Yep, that's an infinite
I won't
hole
answer.
right there, goes on forever till the end of time."
Who is keeping the kids on
See
me?
it all, but not you. Oh no. You have a weird sort of. Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing that... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just
It's
can't
average.
see this
Yeah.
scratching the itch. Oh,
Definitely
who am I
average.
to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
It's not working.
Is the teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was
I was
working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win. for
Rave
everyone.
mode.
You get to be with the hole. I get to do literally anything else.
About to go
Take
sideways.
care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
You and the whole have a wonderful rest of the eternity. Damn. Okay. Okay, narrator. You don't have to do me dirty like that. Shit. How many endings are there still that we need to complete? Is it hard to get all the endings? Oh, I remember this. I forgot. You're missing 41 endings. Now you're joking, right? Please. Twelve normal. Are you for real? The rest are ultra deluxe. Some are very short, I see. I don't think I can go for all endings. Just do the true ending for normal, the true ending for deluxe. This is so random.
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley! Oh, good
You're
Lord.
trying.
It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland.
Well, I can't relate because I don't know how
Because
it
this
feels
hole
to
is
be,
just so darn
you know, using
fascinating
those.
that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
Every pause button is a Roman number 2. Okay. Just the two of us. We can make it, we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us, really? No. No.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Go up the stairs. You mean for the champion? Infinite hole, we did it. Let's do the jump circle. I think it's the easiest one.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean?
That's an
But
achievement.
the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Exit right there. Yeah. I saw it. Order for you have been here already. Okay, I got that collectible. Free achievement, infinite hole. Okay, let's try the free achievement one more time, and I'll do the circles, jump circles, and then let's go for the exit.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken
Right
piece
there,
of
left.
achievement that got left in the
I know
game
what you're
last
doing,
year?
Alex.
Well, I'm developing a technology
I know your
to simply
wordplay.
give you the achievement. Yeah. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard.
Okay.
But I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen. What else?
Okay.
What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
We did the collectible, we did the free achievement, we did the infinite hole. There's only one thing left. The hero, the champion, and the exit. Jump circle, we did it. There's only one exit. We have to try. Let me go to the gym, see if the button is still there or not, and then I'll check out the champion area, and then we are good to go. I think I can leave through the exit. Let's check on the gym.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do you really want? And of course, the first and most
Yo,
obvious
Adam, thank you for the
answer is that
hydrate.
they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Bill counter simulator.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
Jim.
I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking.
Hello,
as
Jim.
falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim.
Jim
Seizing
Eos.
all the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim, watching your dreams.
I'm
come
Jim
to
Max.
dust.
You're Jim
You
Alex.
feel it deeply.
He's Jim
Are
Adam.
you really,
Everyone
truly
is Jim.
right now?
You can't escape
So,
Jim,
then
basically.
please
Jim
step
is
forward and
God.
press the button. Yes, you see.
Jim haven't done the diverse
paper.
paper.
The button described you. Do it again. Do it
I
again.
mean, his name is also his wife's name is also Jim. So the diverse lawyer got confused. So sorry, Jim. Even the lawyer's name is Jim. So the Jim wanted to divorce the Jim through Jim, but the Jim couldn't divorce the Jim because it was Jim.
Oh, it hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would
Jim doesn't
still
pay
be worth the
taxes.
money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal valid. Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim. I'm putting the Jim button away. Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
Careful, Alex. You can't be too much Jim. Be careful. Jim is life. My name is Jim.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That an epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it would go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Okay, we did the infinite hole, we did the free achievement. Settings, world champion. This is the area that I have not been able to access. I don't know why. Maybe it's something we have to do later on. Okay, the only area left right now is to try out the exit. We did almost complete everything. No. Oh, it's just inaccessible. You can do the thing now, just modify everything. What? The button that says the name of the player. Oh, I got it already. Just modify on the settings, move it a little. Do I have to do it inside the settings? All the options and you can put it back. Let me go back. Is that board interactable? I'm kind of confused. I'm not able to understand what you mean. Settings, world champion. Settings. Move everything off and on. Left and right. You want me to do this? I don't want to click these.
This is a story.
Am I doing it right? It didn't work. Almost. Almost, really? You didn't move it all the way on the sounds? Oh.
This is a
And on the bars. On the languages. Oh, okay. Oh, you want me to do this? Okay. Almost. Hmm. Yeah, I did everything except these. Reset. It's not bait. Yeah, I'm trying. Yo, let's go. Yo, W, Alex W.
Aha! I can see you've gotten the Settings World Champion achievement. Well done. You've experienced every setting, traveled to all corners of the settings menu. There's nothing you haven't seen. So, Just for you, in the Stanley Parable 2, I'm including an entirely new setting, something called bumpscosity. What exactly is bumpscosity? Well, I haven't quite figured that part out yet, but I just know that you'll be able to adjust it on some
I knew you can do it.
slider, and that it'll be available from the settings menu. We'll sort the rest of the details out later. I hope you're looking forward to trying out every level of bumpscosity in the Stanley Parable 2.
This is OG meme. This meme got. I remember how famous this one got. A lot of people used it. He said he will add some kind of new bumpscosity. Yeah, there you go. What does it do? The OG 67? 1000? It does stuffs and things. Okay, I'll keep it on, I guess. I don't know what it's gonna do, but we'll find out. So I guess I tried everything now. The only way I can think of going right now is through the exit. Yesterday I was confused. After you left, Alex,
All right.
I was not able to
You've seen
complete.
everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Why is there just a random office bag laying around here? Who is this guy? Oh, it's just Stanley. Yo, it's kind of trippy. The illusion is kind of trippy. It feels like there's a door there and I can go. What? No screenshots. Okay. Time for the show, 4 to 7. Why does it sound like you're saying Agent 47? Agent 47, we have a new mission for you. Go and assassinate this random guy that we don't like. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is huge. I don't think these kind of boxes come in this size.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's
Soul?
definitely a good
He has a
game in there
soul?
somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement.
Looks great.
Yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go.
Can we get a pre-order and DLC? Bro, the sound effect.
I'm not kidding, Stanley. This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture
the
all
trumpet.
the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, this is the
Stanley Parable 2.
Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
The Stanley Parable 2. Begin the game. Yo. Yo, this is legit. Yo, this is actually legit. This is so cool. The dedication they put for the memes is crazy.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was
Looks
employee
amazing.
number 427. Employee.
We're playing Stanley Parable 2. Oh, wait, I think we reached the ending there, right? With the bucket.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
For the new endings, you need the bucket. Oh, I do have the bucket. Nice. If you don't get it, you do the normal game. Okay, so we explored all the possible ways for the normal content and the deluxe content, and we have to have this bucket with us to unlock the new deluxe content. Is that what you're saying?
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Exactly. Okay.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Oh, wait. Let me wait a little bit. If he's gonna say any new dialogue.
Truly, being here with the bucket was a grand adventure. Stanley reflected on all they'd been through together. First, walking through the door on the right.
The
then
bucket
walking
knows
to the
stuff.
lounge, then arriving at the lounge. What a thrilling journey the bucket had inspired.
The bucket is not a bucket. I think it's a supernatural, eternal, transcendental being.
Perhaps this was where the bucket felt most truly at home. Here in the employee lounge. Perhaps it's the only place.
You rub the bucket,
could even
a
feel
genie
at home.
comes out. A fat one.
But finally, the bucket was done being in the lounge, and they took the first open door on their left to get back to business.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
The bucket is the kind object I'll have a bear with. Imagine taking a bucket on a date, sharing some wine, telling the waiter to share the wine to the bucket, and he gently, elegantly pours the wine into the bucket, and you sit there staring at the bucket blissfully.
Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
That's the move.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket
Dinner
was seen.
first.
It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
You know the game. So we basically
Stop! Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, "No buckets past this point."
no way.
How could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless
How can you not bring the bucket?
know what
Bucket
is
is your
a bucket and
life.
what isn't a bucket. I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't
Isn't a bucket.
Please, step in here for a moment.
Stupid. I have to understand, man. I have to risk my life to understand what is a bucket. I have to. Is this a
Now
bucket?
then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket.
The bucket is a
Right?
bucket.
This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know
True.
about what is or is
So
not
true.
a
How
bucket.
did I not
Okay,
think
let's
of
begin.
that? I'm so dumb. Forgive me, Alex.
Item 1. Is this a bucket? Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Shit.
Item 2. Is this a bucket? Incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Fuck.
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
The bucket of Jesus.
Correct. This is a bucket.
Okay, Alex, I'm starting to get what is a bucket now. My life is changing slowly right now
Item 4.
in this moment.
Is this a bucket?
The bucket can be anything. You never know. That is clearly a bucket.
Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor.
Oh,
It's
shit.
an enormous machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely incredible. Let's just move on to the next one. Is this a bucket?
Let me put my smart glasses on. The first one was a bucket, but he thought I would get deceived by the looks and I will say bucket, so he made me lose that game. So right now, logically, if I say this is not a bucket, he's still gonna win because it is going to be a bucket. So to outplay his outplay, I have to choose that it is a bucket.
Correct.
See?
This is a bucket.
See? Everything is a bucket, exactly.
Item 6. Is this a bucket? Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
Both? How? How am I supposed to press
I
both
can't-
here?
Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
Huh? I can go and help him though. I can put the bucket. Take my bucket. Let me throw my bucket. Kobe. Red. Red.
Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true. Unless, is that what you think? Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket?
Yes. Everything is a bucket. Bucket is life. You cannot live without a bucket. You can live without a wife, you can live without money, you can live without a place to live. But a bucket is important aspect of life.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket? Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. but I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely. Okay.
Hmm. I'm gonna say yes. What?
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket. My God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put
Bucket
back all the
parable.
buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's
Stanley
all
Bucket,
a bucket.
maybe?
But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
Everything is a bucket now. Ending 13, let's go. That's what's
All
up.
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed. Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Let me go to the
Stanley took the
forklift
door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
and go all the way without
No,
jumping down.
Said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
On the platform?
Stanley did not question
Yes, yeah,
why
yeah,
or
yeah.
how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact.
There's a thing on
He
your
was
left.
firmly convinced
Oh.
that the bucket had spoken to him,
Oh,
and
yeah,
he
I see it.
unthinkingly did what
A
all the bucket
collectible.
asked.
Yeah, I see it. A collectible. Can we go there? Can we jump down?
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Now pick up the phone.
Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone? Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke.
Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket.
Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it. But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is. It's sitting right here. Let's take a look.
What is comedic timing? What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies? And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully, the answer to all of these
Good
questions
info.
is yes. Let's dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body. These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing. To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time. With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to
This is a
inform your
masterpiece.
listener that the joke is over by declaring in your
This is
loudest
what people
possible
pay
voice,
for, and we're getting it
"I'm
for free.
Dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming, "I'm Dunny with the funny" now.
I'm Dunny with the funny.
Good. This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy.
I'm Dunny with the
Finally,
funny.
it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random.
Okay, that is actually a
And
good
that's all
tip.
there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, we're each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invaders who threaten our very existence and who very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
Godspeed.
Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So, with that in mind, I think
Relatable.
the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along, let's head back.
Is he Dunny with the funny? I don't know, man. I don't know.
I can feel it.
Oh no,
This
it's
time, I'm
gone.
really going to nail the delivery. You'll be in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How absurd. What a hilarious concept. The king
Maybe
of
I can come
comedy.
back.
That's what you'll call me. Thank goodness we had the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now. Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure. The bucket spoke to Stanley. The bucket spoke. The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things.
So it's the same thing, but it's a little bit different with the bucket.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
I know, the right one is not gonna be.
You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone. Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this is all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley. I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you proud? Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Whoa.
What? We're back at the phone already? No, what's going on? There was supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point, a dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit which culminates in this scene with the phone. But now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land, or not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the two doors room. What an egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing. I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp. I think I need to go back and rewatch that instructional video again. Yes, surely that will help me improve my...
Not the video again.
Stanley, you love the bucket so much it's like you... it's It's as though all of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison. Yes. Let me try that again, Stanley.
The true ending too. Let's
You
go.
are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a bucket you are. No?
I'll go back and get the achievement.
Delivery.
I mean, not the achievement, the collectible.
Pale with shame? Pale... What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so metal, I think I saw it playing guitar. No. Getting away from making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket, which was the whole point of this. I'm no good at...
All the collectibles is the final ending.
More
Oh.
instructional videos. That's exactly what it is. That's what will make me the king of comedy again. More instructional videos.
I'll try. I'm not gonna dedicate for the collectible ending, but if it's like on the way or if it's easy, then I'll do it.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Let's go and
Stanley
get
decided
the
to go to the
collectible.
meeting room. Perhaps he had... The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
I'll get the achievement and then come back and go here.
To the meeting room.
No,
Oh shit.
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done.
2 out
You
of
can't
6.
buy
Yeah, I need 4
anything
more.
out of Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Okay, this is day number 295, tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore.
Wait.
The longer I study this bucket,
Bro.
makes sense.
I thought for real it's a lore change where this employee is recording secretly without the narrator knowing.
Every
And it's about the
time
freaking bucket.
I pick it up. No matter
This game is
how
not
many
serious at
times
all,
I've
is it?
done it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so...
Evidence? It's an evidence? For what? Bucket?
What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it. Yes.
Yeah, you can sell the
It's
bucket.
unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get... What's that? Who's there?
He got bucketed. They found him.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
Ending
mean?
15.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was.
The funny is not
Turned
done
out to be
yet.
Correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
The funny.
Oh, good Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
Whoa. We care about you, Stanley.
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
Chris.
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well. Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
Okay, sorry, I was AFK. It's a classic. What is that? I like how the lines are not straight even on a straight line. Like this is straight path. You don't have to curve here. Look at this.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
Colonel, hello, thank
I
you.
think it'll make a wonderful new
Thank you for the
addition
hydrate.
to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me, it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree? Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does?
It
Surely
destroys
you
the
don't need me to
bucket.
spell it out for you.
It's a
Go
bucket
ahead now,
destroyer.
Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
Should I do it?
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular
No.
personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
The freaking Bucket Destroyer.
The Bucket Destroyer. My prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
Bro. This is such a troll. Ending 15, 16.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others. Stanley picked up the bucket and
Alright,
smiled.
let's put the bucket in the destroyer now.
Not truly alone. Not with the bucket around. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the
Ending
place
16.
in the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance
The presidential
section and walked
bathroom.
straight ahead to the opposite door. Oh, good Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually. You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could
No.
make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well. Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
It's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something. Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character.
Let's put the bucket in
Is
this
the
time.
Bucket Destroyer. I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me, it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree? Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does?
I can already see the
Surely you don't
merchandise.
need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready. Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That
You got
is its
baited?
singular personality trait.
I can't give the bucket?
You saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to
Oh.
join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's
I can just skip. If I have the ending, I don't have to sit through it.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
Ending
it was
6-7.
just a good old Bucket. Just Stanley and the Bucket, off on another thrilling adventure together. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Whoa. How to find them? Bottom text. What we know. Small floating objects have appeared across the office. We have to synergize our resources to ensure their retrieval. There are many questions. There is no memo from the management. How can you tell if you're spotted one? And what makes them float in the air? Who looks these pictures of them? Who took these pictures of them? Figlies are hard to find. Follow clues provided by the employee 416. We can do it. Red room. Who is 416? Thank you. Good luck. Maybe we are the collectibles. Findings. Ideas. Trust the completionist's instinct. Okay. Oh, is this a clue? We need more plants. Produce one plant to allow ease of access past fence. Construct bridge to allow collection of shiny fleet. Retrieve Chris's remains from the warehouse floors. Construct new structurally sound bridge. Oh, warehouse. So it's basically saying there is a bridge in the warehouse to collect. Yo. Inside of a sequel exhibit, a lot of boxes. Stairs, something to do with stairs. Somewhere with red and blue. Nearby a fireplace. A private but smelly place for an important person. Oh, wait, I remember. It's the bathroom. There must be a point to this. Is this some kind of game? So we got 2 of the collectibles. The remaining 4 are here. Stairs, somewhere red and blue. Nearby a fireplace. Private. I remember the private smelly place, but I don't know about 3, 4, 5. We'll see.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet.
For one, you need not
believes
to
it
have the
deserves a
bucket. Oh.
I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion.
Did you jump off
and
the
lifelong
platform?
friend. You can't hand it over. Oh no. We're getting into name calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons.
Oh,
This is worse
I shouldn't
than
carry the bucket and jump off
now the broom
in
closet
the
is
warehouse
so
and go to the other
bad
side
that you and the bucket are not truly deep and
to get
lasting friends.
another
That your
collectible.
relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands? Stanley figs?
Opener.
What about
Open it.
Stanlerines? Yes,
Opener
I think
ko
I
kaya
like
na?
that. Another Stanlerine.
3 out of 6. Yeah,
under
3
your
out of
belt.
6. Can we go down? We died last time, right?
Okay, I'm going
Yo.
to of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley?
4 out of
What name
6.
better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Alright, let's do this ending
But
first.
Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized,
The bucket of
this
reassurance.
isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone
Holy,
else's bucket, perhaps. How did
The
I end
plot
up with
twist.
someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket.
I lost my bucket?
Indeed. Now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him. Stanley! Stanley, it's me! The bucket! Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket. Come to me, Stanley. Find me. He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along.
What?
Incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
The bucket went inside me.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Mariella
Mariella
took the
woke up on a
bucket.
day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk
Of
was
course,
interrupted
of
by
course.
a
She has the
bodyguard
bucket,
who had
okay.
stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man
Had no bucket.
Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
Backflip all the way to the work. Is she ISO speed?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
So I have to go here.
Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Oh, it says no bucket. Okay.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler and Marines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marines. None of us can. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you. What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Are we on drugs again? Just because we don't have the bucket with us? The bucket is not keeping us sane. We're hallucinating. The bucket of reassurance is absent. The reassurance is not enough. Am I supposed to stay here? I think I have to leave.
No, wait. Where are you going? Right. Where were we?
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to go. He's not talking when I stay here.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this. Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
They just want me to end myself. What the hell?
No! Oh, thank God.
I didn't die.
Lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we... No. No, no, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this? Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me? My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly? Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
I'm making a choice.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
It restarted for real.
My God, the bumpscosity in here is absolutely overwhelming. 1,000? Where are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be perfect. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Alright. We have only one left. Nearby a fireplace. We don't know where that is.
Coming to a staircase,
Probably in the
Stanley
boss
and the
room.
bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
The panda. It's not gonna be anything there.
Stepping
This
into
is a
the
fireplace,
office,
right?
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would, and he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation. The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It
I
would
just
be
want the
all Stanley
collectible.
could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death. The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them. As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end as it was crushed violently to death.
The Stanley
It was
parable.
a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to behold.
Where is my bucket? The bucket. Welcome. The bucket welcomes you to the grand exhibit. Okay. I think it's gonna be just buckets all over the place.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own?
Look at
Can you
this.
see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble
What
than
you up to,
Stanley will
Star
ever
Boy?
be in his short life?
Hello, Bobo. I'm just trying to collect the last collectible in this game to unlock an ending, but I don't know where to find it. It says a fireplace, but I don't know. Okay, even the ancestors knew about
No
the
man can own a bucket,
bucket.
and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
The hanging bucket. This piece symbolizes the necessary relationship between bucket and humanity. However clear our grasp of the bucket may be, there is yet more that is always out of reach. This distance inevitably is for our own good. Oh. Oh. Did you jump? No.
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong. Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their
You were
treatment of
here?
tools and implements
It's
if
okay, it's
only we
okay.
let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision for...
Bro got crushed.
All of his co-workers were gone. What a good bucket. A strong bucket. A humble bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I don't even know if I can find the last one. It says nearby a fireplace. I don't remember a fireplace.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight
I have
of
to
this
go to the mind
revelation,
control
Stanley may
facility
have broken
and
down
maybe
into an emotional
there I can find
dumpster
the
fire, if not for the
collectible.
soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would, and he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
Eight.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. Two, 8, 4, 5.
He's getting pissed.
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
I don't remember any fireplace in this
The
area.
lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
The numbers are not lighting up, the screens.
The monitors
Oh,
jumped
okay.
to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds. Silly.
My eyes.
Silly birds. The control buttons became active again. Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
I can go back now. My eyes are red now. Yeah, it's because you didn't sleep last night.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries?
Okay, I'm gonna try to look up the ending. I mean, how to collect the nearby fireplace. Oh, it was here. Okay, okay, okay.
Did something. The embrace of an old friend. A
I should have
withered
just looked around
companionship
carefully.
That stands the test of time. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation. And there it is, the last Stiggly Wiggly.
We got all the
Simple
achievements.
Stanley.
I mean, all the
This
collectibles.
is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
Next time you look at my eye will be red. No. You'll be fine. Okay, let's just go for the mind control facility and press
Stanley and the bucket walked
off.
straight ahead through the large door that read,
And we're done with the
Mind
game.
Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped.
I meant the
monitored like
pupils.
guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very
Yeah,
nearly burst
just
into
take
tears
rest.
as Stanley cradled it gently,
Take rest from
reassuring
screen time, huh?
that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working,
Not the red
all of
eyes?
it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past
You meant
began
eye
to
color?
sink in, Stanley decided
I don't
that this
understand.
machinery
If it's
Stanley and the bucket.
tearing
in
up
blackness.
only one of your eye,
Was it
then
a-
it's just red. It's just something you can
Yes,
fix.
They had done it.
If you put
Stanley and the
hot
bucket had
compress or cold
defeated their
compress on it.
greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the
I
evil
made- I got a
mind-controlled
corner.
machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and...
What?
What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Alright. I think I have explored all the possible endings I could. And I don't wanna... Oh shit.
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines. Those figglers. I haven't...
Oh, it's the
stopped thinking
figurine
about
ending,
them
okay.
Since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone? I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
When Stanley found the collectibles. I don't remember where to go and look. Oh, never mind.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
It says 7 out of 6.
And here was a second Stanlerine. You found this one all on your own, just by poking around in the warehouse. You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest. Back then, I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways. Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini Stan? Can you remember?
I remember it's the bathroom. I went to the bathroom first and then
That's exactly right. It was here in the boss's bathroom. It was the third one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them. I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your third time doing anything. Let's see, what came next? Oh yes, we found a Figley in this pink room. Oh well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
nah. Yeah, this is
This
the
was
fourth
the
one.
fifth mini stand, and this one was really something special. It was by the red and blue doors. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
The pixel low quality. No way. Thanks for watching. Directed by the narrator.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
Applause, Hannah. Thank you. Oh yeah, the fireplace. This is the last achievement.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here behind the boss's office. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figly and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
You are in the present, okay. The past.
And then there was no more, because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, Memory Zone. No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the Memory Zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
Bro.
Okay, yes, the back of the boss's office. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the Memory Zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going, I want more. And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched? Yes, I love that video. Still don't remember the pink room.
Hi,
Stanley.
yo,
Still have
Goose.
memory of this one. Good room though. A solid room.
What's up? I just collected all the collectibles in the Stanley Parable. So
These
I'm
really were a treat to hunt down.
going
You know,
through
if
the
there had been any kind of
collectible
reward
ending.
for finding all of these, it really would have neutered the intrinsic joy of collecting them.
What are
I'm very
playing?
glad
It's
we
called
used
the
this
Stanley
limited
Parable.
edition. Next one.
It's a comedy, narrative-driven story kind of game. So yeah.
This was our second Figly. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The
Cool,
past
yep.
is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it?
I'm almost about to be done. This game has like multiple different endings. So I'm done with all of the endings already in the previous stream and this stream. So this collectible ending was the last one.
This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the Figlarines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
The jump circle maybe? Yeah, there you go.
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then. But time does put a rosy filter on everything. Oh, yes, the two doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one.
I think no matter what we take, it's going to be the same one, yeah.
And before everything else, there was your office.
Yeah, I think I completed the game.
Anything else? Was there something that came before your office? There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember. Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I
Also,
stopped
Goose, do
making
you play any FPS
I
games?
became lazy, and I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions, he would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines.
Adam, thank you for the watch stream streak. 10,
Am I
damn.
lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make sense, even if he was a fiction.
Rags, thank you for the hydrate.
As it's grown old, I want to
What's
think of
up?
myself again.
How are
I
you?
want to go back to how it used to be.
Is it holiday for you today? It's Saturday,
I can
right?
be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone,
My
how about
holiday
one
only
more good memory? Let's
full.
go back just once. And get
Holiday
started
only
one
full.
more
Exam
good
over.
office, and then
Yo,
I'll retire for
nice.
good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much.
You're playing Deluxe? Yeah, it's Ultra Deluxe.
Here we go. This
I'm done
is
with the
story
game
of a
already.
man
It's
named
ending.
Stanley.
I unlocked almost all endings except here and there, couple of them. I got the collectible ending, I got the bucket
All
ending.
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What about
Stanley
Jurex?
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. Alright. I'm done with the game. I unlocked almost 10, 15, 16 endings in such a short time. This game was really fun to play with. It was unpredictable. Anyway, so I'm done with this game. Money or name? What? What do you mean? What? I'm gonna try a new game. Wait, I just wanna see how it's gonna work out. What will you choose, riches or fame? It depends actually. If it's money, how much am I getting? What is the catch? What is the catch? पैसा या पहचान? Do you want to become a rich person or a person with good name and people know you in a good way? I mean, I'd like to have both because it's not like choosing one or the other. You need the money to survive and you need to be a good person in the society because you want to be. Arcade mode. Use your skill to compete for high score in arcade style experiences. New slot. Money follows my brother. Do you know who's Ravi Kishan? I have no idea who is that. Is it looking okay on screen? Okay, it's looking okay. I'm too young to die. Select this difficulty if you prefer a more relaxed gaming experience. Apple Play.
They are rage, brutal, without mercy. But you,
Who is that?
will be worse.
Drax.
Rip and tear until it is done.
Are you saying, are you talking about some kind of motivational speaker, business person? Ravi Kishan is an actor? I don't know. I'll send you reels about Ravi Kishan. Wait, not any motivation speaker. Okay. Sure, sure.
We have to contain this.
Ooh.
Cannot determine the cause of the demonic invasion until the Resop satellite is brought back online.
Okay, we need to bring the satellite on.
Welcome. I'm Dr. Samuel Hayden. I'm the head of this facility. I think we can work together and resolve this problem in a way that benefits us both.
He doesn't care. Press tab to view. Press and hold Q to change your weapons. Okay.
Demonic presence at unsafe levels. Lockdown in effect.
All right, I'll stop here. thank you for joining. And Drag should do send the reels. I'll check him out. And yeah, I'm done with the Stanley Parable game. We unlocked like all the achievements regarding the bucket, and we got the collectible ending, and we also got the normal and the opposite ending. So I'm happy with the game. And for the next week, I'm gonna update my schedule on Discord. So, but this week I'm done with the streams. So thank you all for joining, and take care. Bye bye. See you guys tomorrow, or maybe on the next stream.